What if the loudest voice in the airport wasn't the most truthful? A woman's scream, "He stole my bag." Ripped through the boarding gate, branding a black traveler as a thief before he could even speak. Dozens of eyes turned, suspicion heavy, as security moved in. He stood there, calm yet isolated, carrying more than luggage, carrying the weight of judgment. But hidden in that suitcase lay a truth powerful enough to silence every accuser. The announcement board chimed as the gate doors slid open. "She stole my bag." The woman's shriek cut through the boarding gate like shattered glass. Dozens of heads turned. A black man froze, suitcase handle still in his grip, as a pale-skinned passenger pointed at him with trembling fury. Her eyes burned with certainty, but her words dripped with accusation. Security shifted uneasily, already moving his way. "Don't just stand there, arrest him," she barked. His throat tightened, not from guilt but from the weight of being branded a thief in public. Children clutched their parents. Phones tilted up, recording. He whispered under his breath, calm but edged, "Not today." And the air changed. Because inside that suitcase wasn't stolen clothing at all, it was something far more dangerous to expose. The boarding gate of Flight 247 descended into chaos. Karen, the woman in pearls and tailored blazer, pressed forward. "I saw him take it," she insisted. Her voice rose, feeding the crowd's unease. A TSA officer stepped in. "Sir, we need to check your luggage." The man straightened. "You're making a mistake." His voice was steady, but his eyes flicked toward the watching faces, every lens capturing his humiliation. Karen smirked. "Mistake? Look at him. He doesn't belong in business class." "That's my bag." The TSA officer hesitated. Passengers shifted uncomfortably. Some avoided eye contact, others nodded in quiet agreement. A teenager whispered, "This isn't right," but the tide was already against him. The man released the handle slowly, his hand brushing the zipper, a subtle act of defiance. Karen folded her arms, triumphant. "Open it. Let's prove I'm right." As the officer crouched, the man's chest rose and fell. Not fear, control. His jaw tightened, his fists unclenched deliberately. He knew what waited inside, and so did the woman who just crossed a line she could never uncross. The zipper hissed, slicing through the silence. A glimpse of dark folders, stamped with seals no civilian should ever see. Gasps rippled. Karen's smirk faltered, but it was too late, the crowd had seen enough to know something was off. Karen's voice cracked, shrill with desperation. "Those are forged." He planted them. But the TSA officer's hand froze over the insignia embossed on the folders. He looked up, color draining from his face. "Sir, what is this?" The man reached calmly into his jacket. No sudden movements. Every eye in the terminal locked on him. With a flick, he produced a leather badge wallet. The gold emblem flashed beneath fluorescent lights. His words fell like a gavel. "United States Federal Air Marshal. Step back now." The gate froze. Phone stopped moving. Karen staggered. You're lying." His reply was a whisper that carried across the stunned terminal. "You accused the wrong man." The officer snapped upright, instantly deferential. "Marshal, how should we proceed?" The man's gaze never left Karen. "Start by documenting her false report. And keep rolling those cameras. She made this public, now she'll live with it." The dam burst. Passengers erupted with outrage, voices overlapping. "You embarrassed him for nothing. This is racist." Phone streamed live as Karen stumbled backward, eyes darting for an escape. Security moved in, not toward the man, but toward her. Karen protested weakly, "I was just protecting us." He looked suspicious. But the tide had turned. A mother with a stroller shouted back, "Suspicious? Because he's black." The accusation hung heavy, undeniable. The man remained steady, a statue amid the chaos. She endangered the flight before we even boarded. False reports are crimes too. His calm tone only deepened her unraveling. When the cuffs clicked shut, the same phones that once watched him in suspicion now captured her disgrace. Karen's pearl necklace shook with her trembling. The Marshal simply retrieved his suitcase, unzipped it fully, and sealed the folders back inside. Not a word wasted. Not a step faltered. Minutes later, boarding resumed. The man stepped onto the jet bridge, shoulders squared, suitcase in hand. The crowd parted, respect replacing suspicion. A teenager whispered, "He saved us without even moving." Behind him, Karen was escorted away, her cries drowned by the buzz of recording phones. The airline confirmed she would face investigation and a temporary no-fly ban for false reporting. The Marshal glanced once over his shoulder, eyes calm, unyielding. "Authority isn't about noise," he said quietly to the officer beside him. "It's about responsibility." As the cabin door closed behind him, passengers exchanged nods, whispers of admiration threading through the air. For one man, it was just another day of duty. For everyone else, it was a lesson they would not forget. Sometimes, justice doesn't shout, it simply reveals itself at the right moment. Thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories.